Hello. So I thought I would make another video and bring you a bit closer to me, like get to know me a bit better. And a lot of you won't know because, this is linked in and there's no reason for you to know really. I'm diabetic. Now, the reason that this is important for me and anything to do with business is because I've realized recently that you can turn these negative things, these breakdown moments, into breakthroughs. That thing that's wrong with you could be your superpower. And what I'm trying to create right now is diabetes being my superpower. This is all quite relevant to a video that I made quite recently called Turning Breakdowns into Breakthroughs, and that is a Kanye West quote. He's not like a massive inspirational, actually he is an inspirational leader I think in some ways, but not in the very classic way. And he says in some of his songs that that's his superpower. That's my superpower. Right? And he's talked about his mental health and issues like that. And it's overcoming it. That's the superpower. And can you overcome it? For me, it's just important for me to clarify my ideas here. But, doing lots of exercise and having this like spidey sense that is, hey, Ben, your blood sugar's here. How many of you guys have that? If you're diabetic, you probably do not have that. Maybe you feel like you don't need to worry about it. But what happens when you do? Like, I'm being tested right now. I'm being tested. I've been tested for a while, but I'm accepting that challenge right now. Like, how far can you go? Can you go further than you thought you could go last time? When that feeling of like, oh, I shouldn't be here. It feels kind of weird and tingly. Like for me personally, it feels like tingly and like, you feel a bit weak. That's like normal life. That happens quite a lot. You put yourself in a place and you're like, okay, that's as far as I can go. So to quantify it, diabetes terms, 4.0 as my blood sugar, I don't even know if there's any more of a technical term. That is low, right? That's considered low, which means you go to 3.9, you need to have something to eat, you need to sort out yourself, right? But what if I could just push it? So that uncomfort, I'm still aware. Like, I don't want to be unaware of the fact that this is not a normal place to be, right? Like your business. Put yourself in a place where it's like, hey, in this area, this 0.0 to 4.0, people don't tend to thrive here. But what if you can? Like, what if you can really become comfortable with the uncomfortable? And it's not even like, oh, this is always going to be uncomfortable and I'm just going to power through it. It's not that. It's like, check in. I'm going to use a lot of diabetes terms and maybe it won't resonate with all of you, but I hope it does. It's like, for me, it's like understanding, hey, I feel really tingly here and something's going on with my chest. I feel kind of like, not out of breath, but like that there's a limit there. Okay, cool. Yeah, that doesn't need to be uncomfortable. Tingling. Like, tingling's kind of cool sometimes, Oh, I got a tingle. Like, embrace it. Like, oh, this feels uncomfortable. I love it. And like, pushing yourself past those boundaries. Like, that person got as far as that, if you could quantify it. They got into this zone. And then they were like, that's it. That's the red zone. Guys, do not go here. And then you're just like, touching that area and like playing around with it and seeing what you can achieve in that space that no one else has gone to because you feel uncomfortable, right? Maybe that's the thing. That's what it is, really. Sorry, it took me a while to get to it. This is the bit that you want to get to is you feel uncomfortable. Good. You're meant to feel uncomfortable. This isn't meant to be normal to you. If it was normal to you, it would be normal to someone else and then you wouldn't be thriving. You would just be surviving. Cool. This is uncomfortable to me. Ben, you feel kind of unsafe here. Good. You're pushing your limits. You're going further than you went before. That's a good thing. And also, you're still surviving. You're still here. You're good. You look like a normal person still. Fantastic. Keep doing that. Go a bit further. Push yourself. Like, stop putting these sort of like targets, these like quantitative numbers, they stop you doing a lot of stuff. Yes, have a target, but be willing, really willing to break through that target. Again, goes back to say doing exercise like reps, and that happens, in my diabetes springs up in these times, like as a problem. It's like, okay, I think I would be really happy, for example, actually, the other day, I done 1,000 press-ups in a day. That was the most I ever done in a day. I stopped at 1,000. Like, what's going on in my head? Why did I stop at 1,000? It's because I said that was the target, and like I didn't believe. I don't know if I believed I could get up to 1,000. I didn't know what was going to happen. So 1,000 was great. I didn't even consider breaking past those boundaries because I was like, that's what I want. That's all I need. That's it. Push, keep going. Okay, it feels uncomfortable. Yes, things hurt. Yes, my press-ups are becoming like fewer and more far between. So what? Keep going. Keep doing them. Keep repeating it. See what happens. You might feel uncomfortable, right? But it's not always a sign to stop. It's like, hey, we're in an uncomfortable zone. We haven't been here before. What does that mean? You're making progress. What does that mean? Congratulations. Guys, I think this has been one of my more poor videos. I've really scattered around the place and related it to diabetes, which maybe you guys don't have. But I hope you've taken some principles from this, and I appreciate you listening. Thank you very much.